John decided to do a hit piece on Anthony Cumia with his buddy, Army Major Richard Ojeda. And for some reason, this is a political show, AJ. These two guys, all they talk about is how much they hate Trump and how left-leaning they are. I know, it's terrible. It's a terrible show.
Can't take it.
And for some reason, John goes long on this episode just to talk about Anthony and introduce that to Richard. Doesn't know anything about any of this. Doesn't understand the backstory. So he's going to play the famous Danny Brand video for Richard. And this is him. This is him setting the. How old is the Danny Brand video?
No, this episode.
Thursday.
Okay.
2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah. This just happened.
So, Army Major, you're a gun owner.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Okay. So I want to get your opinion of this, okay?
Okay.
All right.
What happened to John's voice? Why is he talking
This is
that
a
way?
right-wing loon.
Oh, you haven't heard John in a little while.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
This is
he's
a new
regressed.
thing.
Yeah, he's not in good shape.
Okay, it's a new thing. All right, let me hear.
Yeah. No, it's insane. If you just look at a photo of John from 2 years ago compared to today, or listen to a show, it's not. It's a different guy. He's not well.
This is a right-wing loon.
Wow.
Who loses his gun after right before he gets arrested for strangulation on his girlfriend. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So he's going to play this video. Now, this is a video, if you're not familiar, that Ant's ex-girlfriend shot while they were in his house and then put it out on the internet. These people are very concerned about gun ownership. No one seems to be concerned about privacy in any way. I'd love to see someone take a video of Stuttering John at midnight in his apartment, see what's going on, and get that all over the internet. But all right. So this is John. He's really leaning into this one.
If you lose your gun, should you be allowed to have a gun license, Army Major?
If you have lost accountability of a firearm that you own, that right there is a red flag that says you should not be allowed to own a firearm. Because at the end of the day, either you friggin' lost it, which is very, very, scary, or you probably sold it to somebody who probably shouldn't have a weapon in the first place.
So Richard has no idea what's going on. Yeah. These guys don't live in places big enough where you could lose anything, so they're not familiar with that. But basically what happens in this video is Anthony's looking for his handgun. He doesn't know where it is in his house, and Danny's filming all of this. So John's trying to pose the question, should he even be allowed to own a gun when you have something like this happen? And what's great is that John wants to find the clip of Anthony yelling, "Where's the gun?" There's this clip in this video where Ant's yelling, he doesn't know where the gun is. But because John's a moron, he never writes down the timestamp, so he's scrubbing the video back and forth looking for it. I put together a compilation of John trying to find that part to make his point to his buddy Richard.
So, Army Major, this is
wonderful.
I just want to find... He starts screaming for his gun. Hold on.
Where's the last time you had it?
All right.
Baby, you want to sing karaoke?
All right, check it out, Richard.
Come on.
Where's the last time you had it?
So he loses his gun. I don't know. I can't find it right now. I was trying to find him screaming and looking for his gun, but I can't. But I just think that this guy is a freaking piece of garbage.
Way to make your point, John.
Yeah.
Can you present some evidence? I cannot. I can't find it.
No.
So
it's like losing your keys. I mean, if you carry a gun every day like Anthony does, you put it. I mean, he should know where his gun is. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But we've all lost shit, and you start screaming.
That video absolutely should be used, even if it's at the level of the magistrate. It should be used to basically do something, to deny him that ability. He should be charged. He put his hands on her, and then, of course, now can't find his weapon. All that should roll up into something that he gets hit with in the courts. And then he should get his ass whipped when he's in jail every day.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I know.
But
I know.
That's what I've been telling everyone.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But Trump can't say anything about anybody but you can go to someone's house and beat the shit out of them. That's fine.
Of course. They deserve John is so fucking crazy, and he has no understanding of what he's saying and what his guests are saying. And this whole idea, like you would think, he goes on there, he's trying to do a hit piece on Anthony. He's talking to his buddy Richard. Richard's going, he should be curb stopped. They should take him to prison. They should rip him in prison. You think he'd be like, all right, whoa. You know, we're going a little too far here. So he's like, yep.
Meanwhile, if John was still screening calls and Trump called in to Stern, he would be all over him. Hey, Donald, how you doing, Donald? He would
He's fake.
Be on his knees. It's all bullshit.
So John's trying to do this whole hit piece on Anthony Cumia, but he can't even run his own show because he's so wet-brained.
So does John still have a show? What's it called now? Where do you hear the show? Where's John's show?
So this is the Stuttering John show, and he does it Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays on
Tuesday,
YouTube.
Thursday, Saturday, and it's on like Spotify and Apple and all that
Well, YouTube is where most people watch it. They watch it live on YouTube.
Okay, all right.
And then he has Beer on the Balcony still, too, on Saturdays.
That's what. Okay, I didn't know what you said. Beer on the Balcony. So I did a Beer on the Balcony show where I lay and basted him. I guess I don't know. I did something.
AJ,
I really.
You did Beer on the Balcony. It was seen by 12 people, and then we played clips of it, and it was actually seen by people. So we got it out there for you.
He has no listeners, really, right? Like Correct. He has no people.
There's way. Oh, Anthony's here. There's way more people that dislike this guy.
Just in time.
Do you know about this latest Stuttering John episode where he did a hit piece on you?
No. What did he do? He blocks me on all social media.
He brought the Danny.
Shit talk.
I know it's a pussy move. He brought the Danny Brand video and played that for his friend Richard Ojeda.
We had played that on my show.
Yeah,
it was. Like,
Richard didn't know that it wasn't current.
Yeah,
that's the best part.
Yeah, he thinks it's like just happened or something.
Like yesterday. Yeah,
he's on his way to your house.
I'm going to replay the last clip we played, Anthony, because this is what Richard Ojeda thinks should happen to you after watching just a few clips of that video.
Yeah, this only isn't current. When it happened, Obama was president. So it kind of gives you a gauge on how long ago this was.
Well, he's a journalist. John's a good journalist. You know, it's you got to stay on top of shit.
And you're gonna love this because they're so concerned that you even own a gun because you're so reckless. But they're obviously against violence, you would think, too. Well, not so fast.
Not quite.
So anybody in her fucking family, anybody in her bloodline should be on the way to that friggin' house to literally curb stomp that fucking asshole.
I know.
He thinks Danny Brand's family should curb stomp you.
I deserve a fucking American History X curb stomping.
Yeah.
So
obviously,
you came on for the right time. This is the highlight of this part of the show because John's bringing all these clips. He's talking about you, and he's trying to say that you're a right-wing lunatic, and that's why he's talking about you.
Right.
And he's going to explain to us that it's not personal.
Oh, cool.
First of all, Gandhi saying, stop, it's getting too personal. It's not personal. I am pointing out to the Army Major, someone who owns a gun, if a guy who has a license to own a gun should have his license taken away if he's screaming drunkly that he can't find his fucking gun.
Drunkly.
You know, and this is a righty who,
Drunkly.
you know,
Mensa.
has used the N-word and, you know, the R-word for the mentally challenged, like in this day and age. I mean, this is a sick individual. And the reason why I bring it up is because this guy, you know, just is like, he's sick. He's sick. And I don't know how he's allowed to walk free.
So John's concerned, I think.
He's concerned.
It's touching.
If you told him tomorrow he could be on your show, he'd fucking get on his knees and take care of you.
Yeah, I know.
The Constitution obviously says, shall not be free unless you use the R word, the N word.
That other guy clearly must have PTSD. He's like rocking. He's waiting to like explode. You see him? Like he's back and forth.
He's not right.
He's not right.
Calling anyone disturbed or mental or anything is hilariously funny.
I think there's a little bit of blood in his gin stream.
Well, what's great about this is that a chatter says, John, this is obviously just personal now. And John goes, it's not personal. Yeah. Meanwhile, the one thing he doesn't tell Richard Ojeda is that Anthony went on and said he was a shitty father a week ago.
Yeah.
This is personal.
He doesn't give any
This is extremely, there's context here. This is extremely personal.
Totally personal.
But what's really scary is of the two.
Father, I called him a deadbeat dad. I said hasn't been paying his alimony or child support payment. Like, I just laid into him and said, "Go ahead, sue me." But of course he can't sue because that discovery would that would all be true, and so he's got to make it personal, which is fine. I don't care. It's hilarious. Everything he said. Everything he's trying to bring up is this groundbreaking news. I literally did on my own show a few times. There's nothing I haven't talked
about. Explaining how this isn't personal, it has nothing to do with this. Is just a random occurrence that happened while he's playing this video.
You know, so it shouldn't be personal. We've got people in this world.
Someone sent it to me.
Yeah, we've got people in this world.
Someone just sent him the video, and his hands are tied here. He has to play it now.
And he still couldn't scrub to the right part either.
No, I couldn't find it.
Holy shit.
All right.
You know when remember when John was able to get through to Trump on the plane or some shit? He was so happy
he never
about
talks about that.
News to me.
But that's like, you know, like he just needs an audience so badly. If this, I mean, I know he makes no money on this. But that's all John. John just wants an audience to listen to his bullshit. What is it? I mean, he doesn't get a check from his show. There's no way he gets money.
He gets super chats.
Hell no.
He can't.
He gets super chats.
That's Coors Light money for an hour at a bar. That he's
is anybody? Does he do cameos at this point? Like, what's he earning a living from?
I think he does cameos.
I think he's on Cameo, but I don't think he really does it.
No one cares.
He does charities.
He runs a charity scam.
I swear to you, he doesn't realize it's funnier for anyone else to do a John impression as a cameo instead of actually getting John.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Producer Chris is a cameo.
You're right.
Yeah, we don't need the guy. He's not funny. I'll just go, "Oh, happy birthday!"
That's so good. We should open up cameos. You should open up a cameo account under his real name and just do him. And then just take his money and he'll fucking die. He'll die.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
Oh my God, that would be the most amazing thing if you did that. Seriously.
He'll drop dead.
All right, I have one more clip to play for you.
John, wait, I have to just say this. He is his biggest problem is how thin-skinned he is.
Yes. Always has been.
He can't dish it out and he can't take it. Like he just it's horrible. It's horrible that he is.
When he finally had his show and it was going to be a big deal, and I met him up at I forget what office is, and I said, "I'll do your show," and I said, "Why don't you smack me back? It's been 20 years. Smack me back." And he was like, "No." I said, "Yeah, just smack me on air so all your fans can hear that you got me back." Right. He didn't want to do it. He was petrified. I said, "John, just fucking do it." And he did it on air, and everybody heard this. I don't know how many people were listening, but he did it. But he was so petrified to do it. So I don't know about he is thin-skinned, but yet when I gave him the opportunity to get back at me, he didn't like embrace it. No, I think he wanted to be a victim. He wanted to be a victim for a long time.
Yes, he needs to have that to hold over your head. If it equaled out with him hitting you, he doesn't have that victimization and can't call you the scumbag that hit him. And that's what it is with John.